Welcome back.
Welcome back. Good morning,
You want to do
everybody.
some housekeeping?
Absolutely. Welcome to Art Chat with John and Bogdan. Couple of things. There's Frank, just about to head off to Paris. Frank and Tommy are at the airport. So, bon voyage.
Party. Here we come.
Yes. So just a little bit of housekeeping. Everything we're here showing today is for sale. One of the points of doing the Art Chat is for Bogdan and I to feature some of the work that we have available here in the studio or online. So if you fall in love with a piece, that's great. That's the time to buy it. If you do find a piece you want to buy, we can get it to you wherever you are in the world. So the other thing I was going to say is we are broadcasting on Zoom. You're watching us on Facebook Live. There is a bit of a delay, so don't be discouraged if we don't respond right away. We're trying to keep an eye on the chat.
But we're pretty good on multitasking.
But there is a delay, so don't be just surprised by that.
Anyway, so guys, let's. I said that anyway again. I have to teach myself to stop saying anyway. It's too much. Let's switch back to the slideshow.
Excellent.
And see what we prepare for you guys. Now, it's the Pride Month, and I thought, why shouldn't I bring something pop and fun?
Absolutely fabulous.
Bonjour l'amour here. Bonjour l'amour. Voila, Frank and Tommy.
Absolutely.
And
Leo has joined us. Good morning, Leo.
Hi, Leo.
Morning,
he's on
where
Mexico
you are?
City, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's working with Michael Swank in Mexico City.
Oh, marvelous, Leo. Oh, of course.
Fabulous. So let's talk about the Bonjour l'amour. What do you think about it?
I love this one. I have a particular interest because it happens to be a picture of my grandmother.
And she is this like a gay icon and
she was not a gay icon in life.
but she would have loved to be. So I guess
but she would have loved to.
I gave her this power. So while digging into family pictures, I come to meet Frances, who I found her extravagant and fabulous, and she did everything she was able to pull herself from a low class to a higher society, and she worked herself out, and she became a dancer when she was 60.
Probably in her late 60s, 70s, she started to dance at the Fred Astaire Academy, still going, I believe, and that saved her life. I mean, she was happier than I'd ever seen her.
And so when I looked at those pictures, I immediately saw this resemblance of Marilyn Monroe. She wanted to be blonde hair, and she had the jewelry, guys, we found in
all
boxes. It's just unbelievable. And so what I've done here, I scanned these images, I enhanced them, I cleaned them up, and then I created this pop art icon of her.
You know, what I find amazing is that, I love my grandmother very much. I would not have a picture of her in my home. Mm-hmm. However, I would put this in my home.
Yes, I would.
You know what I mean? It's a way that there might even be for other people to do commissions that, if it's not a kind of picture you would hang up in you could do this with your family and enjoy it. You actually did a commission of 2 dogs in this style.
But listen, this is it's almost look like a drag in a way, It's so oversaturated and overdone. But I thought it was a fabulous piece of art I put together, and why not collect it here for the Pride Month? And guess what? Let me switch back to the full screen here, because guys, it's framed.
Grandma.
And then the frame, it's done basically manually. I put it together, I paint it together, so it's all 100% Bogdan.
Yes,
basically.
Indeed, and a little bit of grandma. No, I think it's delightful. I think there's a whole series of those that you did of her, didn't you?
Yes, I have a lot of them. One of them have sold actually to a cousin of yours or a nephew of yours, Lauren.
Oh, niece,
A niece. And this is about Francis and Francis La Magnifique. Francis La Magnifique is called the series, yes. But and this in particular one is Bonjour l'amour.
Bonjour l'amour.
Anyway, so bonjour to the next piece.
What are we doing next?
We're doing Terra.
Terra. This is one of mine that I did 4 in this series, kind of getting them ready for the 10 exhibition we had just done. Abstract, but many, many layers. And I tried to make them lighter so that the lighter palette so that the underlayers would show through more. And so there's all kinds of things going on here. There's words underneath, there's colored pencil, marker, there's graphite pencil, acrylic paint, some ink, everything you can imagine in these. But I tried to actually respond to somebody who came in, and I don't remember who it was, and said, oh, there's so little I can do in my home because I have beige walls. Mm-hmm. Nothing goes with beige walls. And I thought, almost all of us have beige walls. So I said, I'm going to do a series that particularly addresses that palette. And I love them. I think they turned out really, really well. There's this earthy tone. It almost looks like one of them I called Adobe, but they've got texture and they've got this earthy quality, kind of a 1970s palette of those earth tones that we used to all wear.
I love them separate, and I love them if you group 2 of them in the same, because they go well. The colors are there, the patterns are complementing each other. So guys, if you happen to be in Houston, come at our new studio 314 in Silver City Studios and get a look of them, a closer look, to see the whole series. Have you sold, you have 4 of them?
I have 4 of them. I haven't sold any of them yet, but I took them, they've been in a couple of exhibitions and have been chosen by jury. I have Terra.
You have it here? Let's take a look.
It's a good size too. As I bang it.
This is 36 by 24, right?
Yes, 36 by 24 inches. I think they're lovely. They've got some reflectivity with the gold in them, but just a whole lot of dirt.
And I promise, guys, next time I'm gonna work better on this lighting.
We'll fix the lighting for next time. But that's Terra, and like I say, there are 4 in the series, and I think they turned out really well.
I love them.
What I like particularly about them is that with a lot of my works is that you can, when you get up close to the piece, there's a lot to see that you don't necessarily see when you're across the room. Mm-hmm. So it kind of gives you a different experience when you're up close. Anyway, that's Terra, and I hope you like them.
Fantastic. Guys, John is going for, when, this Saturday?
This Sunday.
For a pop-up short, right?
Right. We have our open Saturdays here at Silver Street this Saturday from, from 12 to 5. But I will go on Sunday to Magnolia, Texas. I've been invited as a guest artist at the Bella Boteca. And this is a marvelous group. If you haven't, you should Google them. It's a group of artist studios in Magnolia, and they do a lot for their artists. They have a second Sunday sale, and they have invited me as one of the guest artists.
I don't know, for some reason it sounds like a winery. The Bella,
doesn't it?
Bella Bodega.
Yeah, it's Boteca. Yeah.
It's like Boteca. No, it's Bodega. No. Anyway.
But I'm sure the wine could be arranged.
Fantastic. Have you decided what you get with you?
I have not. I'm going to take those, let's see, day after tomorrow. I'm going to go and they're going to hang for me. So it's an honor to have been asked. I'm delighted to go, and should be a lot of fun. It's getting ready for Father's Day, and I told them, I'm not a father.
No, well.
They said, close enough. You're of the age.
Fabulous.
Should be fun.
Good luck to you. And then we have another show here at Silver City Studios, still on. It started on May 20 and goes all the way to June 25th.
June 25th.
And that is Progresso, and it's as you realized, both languages, and why that?
Oh, just because where we live, we're trying to kind of give homage to the fact that we live in a multicultural environment. Many of the artists here are native Latin American, native Spanish speakers, and so is our public.
And I think it's roughly 300 pieces of artwork, right?
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
massive show.
It's a massive show. We put it together. We had it actually curated. We had an outside curator, Armando Rodriguez, and he did a lovely job. So it's tenant art, but it is curated as far as how it is displayed by an outside curator.
And this is your artwork here on the
That's
right.
that's some of mine.
Yeah, fabulous.
Orion's belt.
And some other artists.
Yeah, and it's a good show.
Yes.
And we have yet another one. Photo Fest will come in the fall, and they will take over until the new year because they have their biennial kind of big event.
And
the
guys,
Photo Fest.
it's everything. We have sculpture, we have photography, we have drawings, we have sketches,
Paintings.
we have, did I say sculpture?
Yeah.
We have all kind of light
installation. Yeah.
It's an interesting place. Now, because we're here, we want to say hello to Banu in, I don't know where Banu is now, Turkey. I have no idea. If you're still watching us, tell us where you are, Banu. And to Jimena. Jimena, are you back from Madrid?
They were in Madrid. We saw the photos. Hopefully
And,
you're having a wonderful time.
Let's see. We still have almost a week, half a week of VAA exhibition. And that is in Sabine Street Studios, where two pieces of my artwork have been selected for the show, and that is the Lunchtime and the Cardinal. And both these pieces come from a series called Nature Remembered. And the way what you see is actually, I wanted to combine nature with, how do you call that? Dead nature, basically. So, I grew up
extinction with
I grew up with this idea that whatever is important in our life has to be set on a doily. So our home was filled with all kinds of creatures made out of porcelain. And I realized in the last few years that they're nowhere to be found.
Well,
so I said,
there's a reason for that.
How do I bring these kind of kitschy little things, but combine them and make a beautiful piece of art? And I imagine the doily being a natural pattern made either of flowers or petals of little leaves and circles, etc., and place the porcelains, the figurines behind it somehow, and combine and make a piece of art. And yet I haven't released them anywhere yet, and I did this time for the 38th jury exhibition, and the juror Alison Delim selected both of them.
Yeah, two of them, which is nice to have two pieces in the show. In a VAA show, juried show, is an honor to get into. Mm-hmm. It's hard to get into those shows.
And these are some images from Sabine Street Studios where the show is hanged. There's a lot of fabulous art in there, and you guys should go and see. Those are the last few days until the show is going to end. Mm-hmm.
And I just love the series. I think I'm excited to see where you're going to go with it. There's a lovely sculpture by Alessandra Albin. She won second place.
Yes,
yeah, in the show.
She has fabulous art, guys. Alessandra Albin is an artist, sculptor, mixed media, I think, artist here at Silver Sea Studios, and she does some phenomenal figurines and bronze and etc. You should come and see it. Now, Art Life is on. We have a new episode going on. So if you guys want to follow us closely, you can go to YouTube, type in Art Life with John and Bogdan, and follow our channel.
And it was actually delayed a bit. I only got it out last night because the night before last, there was a bat in the house. and I was trying to edit, and this bat started flying around my head. So that stopped me. But yeah, we've been doing this for a long time. We do a weekly vlog, and I think I'm very, very proud of the work we're doing there.
We are about to change little patterns of how this show goes. So keep an eye on, because we are doing fine changes on this one. What's new, John? What did you work on lately?
I have been working a lot. I've been doing this series of heads. You know, when we went to the Dallas show, my little cartoon heads that I had actually made glissé prints, giclée prints out of, and they were quite popular. And I said, you know, I should do some more of those, but on a larger scale than the tiny ones that I've been doing. So I did a series of these. I finished one. The other is not quite finished, and I just think they turned out really well. I'm really exploring.
I absolutely love them, and one of them is going to be shown on the this is the second one.
That's the second.
And then the next one is going to be presented as a second part of the show.
Mm-hmm. And I wanted to say, one of the inspirations for this was Michael Swank at PRPGMX. That Michael had suggested in one of the kind of art labs that I participated in, mm-hmm. that I take my abstract and my faces and combine them. So the whole idea there is to say, okay, I'm going to do this abstract, but there's going to be something figurative in the middle, mm-hmm. that people can focus on, so that the abstracts become like background wallpaper. And what I tried to do here was I tried to integrate them together so that you can see the patterns coming, mm-hmm. through the faces.
I think it's a great idea, and they both look fantastic.
Yeah, I thought they looked pretty cool.
One of my favorites.
That's what I've been working on.
So I am working as well on some paintings. It's going to be a series, and these are just some little snippets, details of them, because I don't want to yet release everything. So the idea is combining old letters from family, how do you say that, inheritance.
Yeah, when Mom passed away, we got these boxes of old correspondence, some of them from Frances, yeah. that you just met,
and those
my grandmother, but others from
handwritten letters from one to one other, dating from 1920, all the way to 1945. Yeah. And I try to make the viewer, fish for some words or some phrases, and to make up their story on them. And there's not heavily filled with letters or words, but here and there, just enough to make you curious what's in there.
A little collage work and so it's mixed media completely, right?
It's mostly acrylic, but
you've got modeling paste and
yeah, and then
for texture.
But I believe even modeling paste is at the end of the day an acrylic of some sort. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The media I choose, it's both wooden boards, and there's some canvases as well.
And I love there, I can see in this one on the left that you actually, the paint is very, very thick, and you've actually written in the paint.
Yes. Yeah.
With some sort of stylus. I think they are remarkable. I can't wait for you to share the whole pieces. The colors are amazing. The texture, they're really, really sharp. I really like them.
And what I've done with this one, I pick up the colors. I only have 5 colors. And I said, this is what you're going to work with.
Yeah.
I don't want you to bring anything else in this, just these are the colors, work something out here. Fabulous, guys. I don't know where you are, maybe in an airport, maybe on the plane, but we want to thank you for being here today and watching us again, and supporting us, and having fun with us. And what else? I want to give a special thanks to Alex.
Hey, Alex.
In Louisiana, and to Tommy, who introduced Alex and brought him to our studio. And Alex left home with a sculptural piece of mine, and that is Sacrum Aquas.
Yeah, it was great meeting him and visiting with them. And then, of course, he bought that lovely piece to take back with him to Louisiana.
You know, I yesterday I promised to take new pictures of the new studio and I failed.
Yeah, well.
Because I was so busy. But guys, we are just a reminder, we are now in the same building and Silver Sea Studios, except we changed studios to 314.
Right as you come in the first door, it used to be door number 1. It's now door number yellow.
All right, let's move to the next part of the show. And I want to re-bring this to you again. This is the last piece in this kind of series. It's called Connect. It's a mixed media piece, and the new piece, Trent. Finally. Mm-hmm. So some time ago, guys, I was working this black ink and kind of pouring situation in the garage, and some of them ended up as a joint.
Yes, the ones we did the
project,
Storm series.
but some of them were completed by myself, and this is one of them, and it's called Connect, because as you can see, everything connects with everything. And what is this? This is purely black acrylic, and then it's ink, all drawing in fine lines. And what I applied above, it's golden foil. Mm-hmm. And I think made it very interesting. I know there's a lot of details in here. However, those are like magnified images just to show you the texture inside the circle.
So this is all hand done?
All hand done, yes. And I think it's interesting. I think it's a modern piece. Lydia, a friend of ours and a collector, purchased one of them. And there's one more left to find a home. It's
amazing, and there's only 2 more left in the Storm series, so that which had their birth here. So those
this was they were quite successful.
Yeah, and time to do some more doodling.
Yeah, and this one, guys, are coming already framed, already mounted. I think it's very nice and neat.
Very, very nice, and goes with everything. You know?
It's detail, and yet
it would look good on a beige wall.
Yeah. Fabulous.
Yeah, very much love them. I don't know where you find the time and the patience to do all of that line work. I'd go crazy.
Well, this is kind of an old time works. I don't have that much patience anymore.
They're lovely. They take a lot of work.
You want to talk about yours?
I do.
Trent, where's the inspiration coming from?
Trent, the thing about these heads is they just come from nowhere. I just start to draw them, and then their personalities start coming through. Mm-hmm. I have done a couple of commissions and have another one in the works. But Trent just kind of developed on his own. I do find that so many of these images are kind of androgynous. It could be a woman, could be a man, it doesn't really matter. Mm-hmm. It's a person. And so I named this one Trent. Trent is got some serious hair going on. This is again that use of multimedia, mixed media, colored pencils, graphite. There's some stamping, there's some painting, and then there's some drawing to draw the face. And I just let him kind of emerge from that background, that abstract background, and the abstract background kind of bleeds into him as well, making him
I love those
a little transparent, but
patterns you put over his face and covers. I mean, because your brain and your eyes can make up everything.
Right, because one of the things I was realizing, I said, okay, if I paint too much, then I'll cover up all the background. It'll just be, a flat surface on a background. but I realized that I didn't have to. I just had to give like a hint of color in his skin and shadow, and the rest is just the background.
Mhm.
And we, like you say, our brains connect the others. I just think he turned out really well. And again, it's a great size. This is what, 24,
24 by 18.
18, 24 by 18. And it's a good size.
Mhm.
It's a good frame. You got that mylar to protect it. And I know it's a little glossier than it would look otherwise. But that's Trent. I'm going to do several more of these.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good size.
And they can frame very nicely on a 24 by 30 frame with a little white around.
With the little matting.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's Trent.
You know, those are be very good printed on t-shirts and bags.
True.
And all kinds of things
True.
for
true,
fun.
true.
Yeah, I can see them now, as well as the old ones that you already have
Oh,
in
yeah.
the collection.
But one of the things we noticed is that, when we make the clay prints, this would look really good as a print as well. The other thing I noticed at the art fair was a lot of people paint on a gray background. And I was walking around and there's a lot of people who are painting with a kind of a gray background. And I know that some of that has to do with bringing out tonal qualities in color. But I said, I don't really do that. Let me try that for a while and see how that works. Because other people paint with an orange background, undercoat. But so that's Trent.
Now we still have 3 minutes. You wanna show everybody
Something new, because
what you worked on?
as we become more and more established as artists in our art career, the one thing we were lacking was merch. So we have merch now. So I'm turning things that, here's a little bag.
But you don't have a lot. It's just
I just bought a couple of things off of Society 6 where we have some of our art, and you can turn that into just a cute little thing to have.
You can have.
And I mean, Jennifer bought the painting. This could go on the couch, and then she could get, curtains made out of it and a shower curtain, and it could take over her whole house. No, I thought they were really, really cute.
Pay attention.
And this particular series I really, really enjoy, but it looks really, really good on a coffee mug. I thought that was really nice.
It's very cute.
Yeah.
Who would have now?
So, you got to have merch in a professional environment. So that's what we're doing. We've reached out to that level.
So guys, have a nice day, a good flight, a nice holiday, whatever plans you have for the summer. We'll catch you up next week on Wednesday.
Have a great week, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.